my channel and welcome to another entry of the Land Girl Diaries. I always feel like I have to show up as my best self when I do these videos, but to be honest, today I am feeling pretty tired and in my drabbiest clothes, but I really wanted to share with you an update of my garden and also some tips and tricks to helping your plants survive over the summer. It has been quite a hot summer here in Australia and some of my plants haven't fared as well as others, so I just wanted to share about 5 different tips and tricks that I've been using to make sure they see themselves through to the summer to the next season. So yes, as you can see, I'm surrounded by weeds at the moment. I have not had time to do much gardening, so I'm really looking forward to getting back into it, and hopefully when it's less hot as well, I'll be able to do more things in the garden. So yeah, let's get started. So one of the biggest things you can do in summer to make sure, well, your plants survive is obviously water and hydrate them, but the other thing is selective planting, choosing plants that you know that will survive and thrive in the summer heat. So such as pumpkin vines, they're usually really good in the summer. They actually love the heat, obviously once they pass the seedling stage, so they kind of like just going gangbusters and doing their own thing, similar to sweet potato vines as well. I also decided in this little bit here, it's quite bare and sparse, I decided to put some geraniums in because I know that they like the heat and they will survive. So I put 2 in here and I'm hoping that they fill up this kind of empty space here. I was going to put more herbs and stuff, but it takes time for them to grow, and obviously with the summer and as seedlings they're quite affected. So I thought I'll just put some pollinator sort of plants in here. They'll help the bees, the butterflies and everything help pollinate all the veggies and herbs around them. So yeah. Tip number 2 is to add shade cloth to your seedlings and veggie beds. That way it will help protect them against the harsh sun and also reduce evaporation. Tip number 3 is to set up an irrigation system. I was able to score some of this pipe secondhand, and so I'm adding it to all my established plants and veggie beds throughout the garden, so then I can just easily control it at one point and I know that it's going to get watered. Irrigation, it can be a fully fledged setup system like I showed with the pipe I was able to get second hand, or even a good old green soaker hose you can get from hardware stores such as these. They're great as well. You can put them on timers if you like, or just remember to do it every day or second day depending on how hot it is. These are really good too. They still get water to the plants and the plants can take up the lovely water and be hydrated and keep them thriving and going in a hot summer. Now, I'm pretty sure they might not have had tap timers in the 1940s, I could be wrong, but there's a heaps of digital and analog timers out there. I use this one to irrigate the proper irrigation setup that I have. I've also will be putting another one in with the normal soaker hose as well, and it's just really great. Like, you can just set it and forget it, and especially if you're going away on holidays or over the weekend, those sorts of things is really super handy. I'm sorry, I just got distracted. My mint is growing so well, it's actually flowering. I've never seen mint flower. What's going on? All these wonderful things we find in the garden. I'll show you, have a look at this. That's a flower, right? Look at them. Sorry, I got distracted. But yes, tap timers, a modern invention, but absolutely fabulous. Make sure your plants get watered. So lastly, one of the easy and simplest ways to make sure the water that you do give your plants is retained is through mulch. So you can use sugarcane mulch, those sorts of things. Give a good layering to your plants and they'll help retain all moisture in there. You can also use mulch such as chip bark as well. That also works effectively. It just covers the soil and to reduce evaporation when the sun hits it with the heat. So yes, I'm loving how great the sweet potato is going. Like, it's going gangbusters. I put some beans in the back here, a little bean plant there, going really, really well. I wonder how many sweet potato I'm going to get. I think this is the most successful I've ever gotten. It's pretty exciting when you see things thriving in the heat of the summer. I'm like, oh, I haven't planted much this year because over the summer period, because I was worried about seedlings going away, them surviving and thriving. But it's really nice when you just have 1 or 2 plants that you've put in and just let it go kind of thing. I'll be definitely planting more things around the end of summer leading up to autumn, because I feel like the climate and the weather's going to be a lot cooler, so the seedlings should survive and grow better really. So yes, it's really exciting. And I also have one more thing. I remember, if you remember, we made a wicker bed together where it's like a pool of water underneath and the plants can take up their own water when they need it. They're really great as well in the summer, and I've also put in 2 more wicker beds, so I'll show you what they are, and they're just in a general everyday pot, so I'll show you that as well. So you can actually make wicker beds out of a normal pot as well. So these are like the plastic wine barrel pots you get from the good old green shed, aka Bunnings. And I literally just put stones in the bottom, put a layer of that textile fabric stuff. I'll link my video to see how we made the last wicker bed as well. A pipe so the water can go in, and I kind of did not put any holes to drain the water because I figured it should be okay. I may put a hole in later, I'll see how it goes. But look at this, this is my citrus tree that I planted probably before Christmas. It's already got some new flourish and new leaves on it, which is really great to see. And this guy next to it, the fig, is going great as well. I have not seen these guys wither at all during the really hot summers, and I think being underneath the shade cloth as well has helped. But I'm really impressed how well these wicker beds are going. So let's check out Mr. Fig. Got a random plant in there, and then the fig, like you can see, it is so healthy, it is so green, and it's kind of like you just set and forget, and you just know that the water is going to be given to the plant, and you kind of just forget about them. I'm actually, I don't know, it feels good, too good to be true, but I'm really happy how these guys are going. This is my pumpkin arch. Look at it. I've got some pumpkins growing. It's very exciting. Some interesting basil, and this is all the, it looks pretty messy, but it's not. I just got Elysium, some old tomatoes, some apple trees. I've let the grass grow around the garden beds here. I've got a raspberry in that bush. We've got the pumpkin vine coming out here. This is my cherry tree. It's looking a bit crazy. Mr. Pawpaw in there has been loving the sun and summer. Potatoes growing and some random looking mushroom. Excuse the weeds. We've got rhubarb that I planted, has come up. Got some weeds, excuse those. Excuse all this mess here. Potato is going gangbusters, which is really good to see. Got some wild crazy mint in here and some random pineapples that I'm trying to grow. That's it, entry closed. I hope you enjoyed this little video about how to make your plant survive in the heat of the summer. I will continue on with this therapeutical weeding, and I'll see you next time. Thanks!